I just remembered that I never gave you a rundown of the drama from last night. So, yes, there are a few people you need to know. You need to know Nia is Kai's partner, Josh, Kai's crush from before Christmas, Bob is Nia's ex, and KJ is a friend. I think that's everyone you need to know for this drama. And then there's obviously Kai, and it's all of them together. Okay, so, and all of this was found out by every party involved while me and Isha and this girl we met called Imogen were trying to have the time of our lives at the Taylor Swift party last night, and Kai just had to keep leaving and not being found anywhere. And also, I actually psychicked that this would happen because this whole like week, 2 weeks, I've literally been saying, and I feel like I've said it to you guys, and I definitely said it to Isha, that I just knew in my absolute bones that Nia would be going to the Taylor Swift night and would ruin it for us. And they absolutely did, and I really do believe that, okay? Because, well, it's not even that I really do believe that. It happened. I witnessed it happen. I felt depressed and sad, like it happened in front of my own eyes. And I was there trying to really party, and I was. But okay, so, you know that Bob is Nia's ex. However, up until the point in which Kai and Nia officially were a couple, not when they were just like boning, but when they were like official, Nia and Bob were only like 99% broken up. Like, they were broken up, but they were still like sleeping together. And there was like a teeny tiny crossover from what I figured out last night. There's a teeny tiny crossover of when Nia was sleeping with Bob and Nia was sleeping with Kai. Actually, yuck. Like, if that's like a thing that is arranged, sure, go for it. But to just be like ending one relationship, starting another one, and there being, actually kind of grossed me out a little bit. Yeah, and so, because I remember back, like, before they were official, we weren't allowed to mention anything about, like, Kai liking Nia anywhere near Bob, because Bob would be upset or something. I don't know. I only saw them on, like, one night out all together, and Bob was being grumpy this whole time. Oh, by the way, okay, this is, I don't care. To give you, they're all like transgendered in some type of way, but for you to understand kind of the vibes, this is just from looking at them. This is what I'm assuming. Nia has a penis, Josh has a penis, Bob has a vagina, and KJ has a vagina. It's just the context, kind of what's making the situation weird. So yeah, Bob and Kai both found out last night that Nia had been lying to like everybody in the whole friendship group about like who they were seeing and if they weren't seeing anybody and if they were. And also Bob said that Nia had like cheated on them a whole bunch in their relationship, and I'm not really sure why KJ was crying, but they were like sobbing, crying the whole time. I think just because they got lied to. It doesn't really make sense, and they tore Kai away from me, so I'm pressed. Literally, there was one point when KJ was sobbing, and I literally had to like go up to Kai, and I was like, Kai, you literally have to dance with me to this song right now, because the song that's playing is the song that your t-shirt that you've borrowed of me is literally referencing, so you have to come and dance. And as soon as the song was over, I jokingly was like, oh, you can go deal with your drama again. And they just left. Kai just danced for one song, and in that point, and yeah, so basically it all boils down to Nia is scum and cheats on people, and like I guess basically is just like sleeping around until they got official with Kai, and they're absolute trash. And I did tell Kai, I was like, this is last night, I was like, Kai, I actually hate them. I hate them so much, and they're terrible, and you need to break up with them. And there were words that came out of their mouth that I was like, no, this is actually a about to be in an abusive relationship, and I don't have enough energy in me to care. It's gonna be bad, and I can't bring myself to care. I feel like if you've known someone for like a month, and then the person you call your best friend is like, oh, I hate that person, I think they're terrible, they're a bad person, and you're like, oh well, I really like them, that's not my fault anymore. So yeah, I was like, Kai, they're gonna cheat on you, they're gonna do this, that and the other, they're terrible, they're horrible to everybody, they're horrible to me. And Kai's like, yeah, well, I really like them. And also, all of Nir's friends were like, Nir, you've just like completely betrayed us. And obviously that's what I've been saying. I've been saying to Isha, like, Kai's literally been betraying us. And I'm not being funny, I don't think a 2-week long official relationship is good enough for two parties who haven't even had a sleepover, because Nir doesn't like sleeping in other people's beds. Lame. For you to just betray every single person that you hold dear. Like, genuinely, that's the epitome of going against bros before hoes. Oh, and I tried to make a joke about it earlier because we were watching House, and he was like, and House was like, oh, there's a code though, bros before hoes. And I turned to Kai and I was like, yeah, bros before hoes, and they just kind of giggled. I'm filming this video at 2:10 in the morning, and I'm annoyed because I have to leave the house early because I've taken the time off my classes for the next couple of days, because around the time that my classes are, like in the evening, is when I'm like actually in agony and in so much pain. But I'm going pottery painting with my friend Eamon, who lives in Manchester, so I don't really see her very much tomorrow, so I have to be up early and like go to the station and pick her up and then go do that. But yeah, I did just spend like the past hour and a half listening. I wasn't even listening, I was reading a fan fiction, and then I got deep, and like Hotch actually like shut down like mentally and was like remembering his childhood and all that. I was dying, I was shedding tears, I was crying the whole time. Soundtrack, bleh, 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 bleh. Over and over and over again, interspersed with a few coughs, turning of a tap. I've never heard sick so violent that wasn't me or Charlie. There were 2 doors shut between us. So gross. Anyway, that's the end of my video. This is a temporary tattoo. If I was Kai, it wouldn't be. They are just consistently covered in hickeys, like I've told you. But this is a temporary tattoo. You can't see it, but it's like a love letter. I also have the cheeky monkeys on here. Hannah, I got this one because it reminded me of you. You're a cheeky monkey, and this one's a pink monkey. I'm gonna wrap this up and then post it to YouTube so you can guys watch this. But yeah, thank you guys. Good night.